it's got to change. It's a system that was designed in the mid-20th century and it's not okay for 2018.
The general spirit of these 2 days is very much about, I think of this as a human potluck supper. Yeah? It's not a conference, it's a gathering.
We talked about a coaching approach and about enabling people to recognise the issue and also the solution themselves, and how we could perhaps change how we work to encompass that a bit more.
Anything I can take away from today is just the amount of passion in this room. When we talk about transforming our care settings into community anchors, we very much have to align with partners who have that same passion, commitment, that same drive to produce positive outcomes for people we support.
Again, I'd like to thank everybody for making an effort for coming today. Thank you very much for that.
There's no silver bullet. If there is a silver bullet, it's about having that different conversation. So in the time I was in New York, making sure we had a very clear people strategy, which was around recognising the role of volunteers.
Time out civil rights though, not about TV. So no society has the money to buy what it takes to raise children, make a neighbourhood safe, care for older people, make democracy work, address injustice. The only way we're going to address those social problems is by enlisting the very few people now who are classified as clients and consumers and converting them into co-workers and partners. Thinking, how do I make that happen? So the ABCD Pathfinders keep diaries, so that's how we begin to get that wealth. And it's the stories. ABCD is about the stories, and that's really critical.
Of the people who are out there delivering the service, then you have to move away from that hierarchical structure that you inherited. And you have to trust people, really genuinely trust people.
And it doesn't really make sense to me. There's a whole group of people, I agree, who don't have families to support them and are disconnected from their communities. But really, the whole health and social care system at the moment is predicated on the fact.
And my quick story at Kingston's conference a couple of weeks ago, I went with a community connector from Wales. She told her personal journey from patient to women's groups. 2 GPs in the room, and they worked out how much they had saved just by her story. And
so people are not empowered when they're in crisis, but equally some of the sanctuaries that we create for people can become their prisons.
Well, I think we can call it a movement. Is it a movement? Yeah, it feels like a movement today. So we're really committed to supporting the further development of this network and broadening.
We think this is one of them. We think that at the very least, this is a network of like-minded people giving each other practical support. And I'm thinking back to the points that Bob and John and others were making in the fishbowl around we've got to create something like a movement. We've got to get the picture in order to know what we're aspiring to.
Okay? So pick your pose. And that's a 3. 1, 2, 3.
Thanks, guys.
I escaped this place that shaded me. The authorities didn't know my name. They only see disability, not the citizen I have became.
You know, the less power somebody has, the more likely they are to become ill, and therefore it's incumbent on all of us who have any power to try and empower the people who are the biggest users of the service.
Lolly has been an inspiration, and he's really been, evident and party to somebody that has gone right the way through the system and has benefited from our Lambeth-ITSA alliance.
So people who needed social care, again something you guys picked up on, were often described as helpless in well-meaning but very marginalising terms. The definitional story of social care is hazy. There is space for our definition, our own story to take root. An opportunity to shift the story of social care from a broken system for broken people to a recognition of the humanity in all people. To tell a story about efficacy driven by the moral ties that bind us to one another and to our world.
And one of the things that is missing, and this is about opportunities, one of the things that is missing in these articles is any sense of people with disabilities working and contributing to society. The discourse is about vulnerability, and often multiple vulnerabilities. So that is a story that is just not being told, at least in this vast amount of data.
We see there, I imagine many of you, is a fundamental gap between what most of you in the room think and feel and aspire to, and what the public is being told and what the public think. The story that is being told is at least in part responsible for that, because we're telling a story that is creating, Tamsin said, fatalism, which is where the intention of talking about crisis is to say something must be done about this. But the effect of it over time is that people think, well, nothing can really be done about this. So we have to change that story, and we have to push it onto more hopeful, fertile terrain.
As someone with lived experience as a family carer, I want to be talking about what we here in the room today are going to do, how we are going to start our campaign. That's what I want to be talking about.
They've lost their local self-advocacy group. We need to build. If we are to change the message, we need to rebuild people with learning disabilities and people with disabilities' voices.
Ignoring them. But it is about giving people a sense of why we're doing this. Why is what you do valuable to people in the round? What's the difference it makes to their lives? And making sure that first and foremost our communications concentrate on that. The change that we're trying to bring, not the current kind of problems.
I'd say the money has followed, and I'd say that's another important message to commissions out there. Don't chase the money, chase what's right. And if you do what's right, the money will follow.
In some sense it turns out that doing the right thing is also doing the most cost-effective and efficient thing. That doing two will never ever be as impactful as doing with and supporting people with vulnerable
I like to say that stories are the most powerful thing. So we do videos, we go to people that had a different way of working, we speak to them, we get them to talk, and then we share these videos, because it's kind of a duty and you need to do it at a personal level, one-to-one conversations. It's just share the information, but the stories are really, really good.
It's the me test. And the me test is all about companionship, being connected, being active, giving back. And it's this little thing that we call very cute.
Future, and from crapness comes hope. We're still here. Writing announcements are really boring. Okay. Issue: need to recognise people want ordinary lives. The barrier: prescriptive assessment processes that identify needs but not listening and hearing people. Potential solution: please help us with this. Have conversations about people with people.
Where we've spotted that people with disabilities are being segregated and isolated, we see the solution as self-advocacy, leading and creating our own support, building community and investing in...
KHAS was about developing a shared story owned by everybody. That includes social workers and the NHS, as well as citizens and people working in the sector. Owned by everybody, open to change, deep-rooted, so it's not subject to the whims of a new direction.